So the tools menu, we're talking about these menu items up in the actual menus of Maestro. So with the toolbars, right now, they're all currently turned on, but we can turn them on and off if you didn't want to view them. They take up very little space, so typically they're just always left on. As I mentioned earlier, these windows are dockable and resizable. When you start moving them around, you'll see the little docking locations. And same thing for the bottom. And you can resize this as needed. For the command window, you really don't need much space, but when you're looking at the output, you may want to expand it so you can see everything that's listed here, especially if you're displaying something like the weight summary where you have a larger amount of data. This is a fairly simple model, so the weight data isn't too extensive there. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the grid view. Right now, we don't show anything there, but an example might be if we want to list all of the elements that are currently displayed on the screen, you tell it to list them, they'll show up in this grid view here. And there's an entry for every element currently on display. So there's 6,479 at the moment. The toolbars menu simply allows you to toggle on and off the various toolbars. Construction geometry allows you to create the construction geometry and markers. Now that's also available from the control right click menu, which is where I tend to use it. Turning on and off cutting planes. Again, that's available from the right clicking in the modeling window, and it's probably the most convenient place to grab it from. Set current part and set view part and set current and view part. Just sort of went over those in the when we were looking at these toolbar buttons, but essentially the set view part and current part, those three buttons are essentially these commands, or the equivalent of these commands in the tools menu. And again, if you look at the construction geometry, it's very similar to what you get here.